how would then he proceed? How would President Ruto then need to proceed? Whereas you've talked about development and all. Fine, we're already here. Of course, nothing happens by chance in politics. It is all planned. Nothing happens by coincidence. Moving forward, do we expect to see the, Uhuru's allies into government, and what would that mean in both the short term and the long term, and what would be the proper way of doing things with Uhuru's entry now into this politics?
Yeah, first of all, let me just highlight the significance of Ichaweri. Remember that President Ruto is Uhuru's neighbor, because Uhuru's official residence is just neighboring. They could actually just meet across the fence. But why did they decide to make it to be inside the mountain? So this is significant. The meeting took place in Ichaweri. They could have met here, even has a residence in Karen. Or even the best place for Nyamachonga is Kajiado, his house in Kajiado. So this happens in Mount Kenya, and this is to send a message clearly that the mountain that looked so slippery for William Ruto should now be brought back to William Ruto to stand. But remember, the church is a key platform for mobilization, and the church actually has left William Ruto. So if the church left William Ruto, can Uhuru Kenyatta bring the church? No, Uhuru Kenyatta is not a bishop. Uhuru Kenyatta is a politician. So even Uhuru Kenyatta's religious influence, because he's a Catholic, the father was a Catholic, they have donated so much land to the Catholic Church, even to build hospital. I was a chair of the board of the St. Francis Community Hospital, and the way the hospital is built was given by Uhuru's mother. So the Uhuru has had a lot of influence with the church. Now, when bishops are watching these two people meeting, do you think they have the same feeling to Uhuru Kenyatta when they were in Embu than now? So you might find that these leaders themselves, in as much as you think they're bringing significance, they could be driving themselves into oblivion, because then people are not with William Ruto. When you meet William Ruto and shake hands, how much do they like you? Like now, if Fred Ogola was to meet William Ruto and agree on anything, everything I've been saying becomes useless. And my followers will think I'm a betrayer. And for me by nature, I cannot betray my people. My followers will walk with you up to where we are going. Where we are going, you know better. You don't even know where we are going, but you, my followers, know where we are going. So me, I'll walk with you until where we are going. Everything will be consulted you. So now, whom did Ruto consult before going there? Did Uhuru consult his base before having this meeting? Did Ruto consult his base for this meeting? So if they didn't consult, you will see the MP for, is it Embakasi what? Gakuya. Very bitter. And he has been a strong supporter of Ruto. So some of that meeting is not just about addition. There's also subtraction. Some people who liked Ruto alone and Uhuru alone will not now like Uhuru and Ruto together. Now when Raila Odinga also comes in together, I'm seeing here that these polls are arithmetic for Kalonzo Musyoka and Gachagua. Let me tell you what, my brother. As far as I'm concerned, Kenyans are wise. I was among the leaders of Gen Z. Let me reveal here. I was the strategist behind it. Mark my words, I can explain to you so many things we did. But let me tell you, the Gen Z I thought
they were leaderless.
No. The leaderless was not that it was used so that you don't manipulate us using one person. But how can you organize that still demonstration without leadership? George, do you know how people entered parliament? Do you know I draw the strategy for entering parliament?
Did you?
It is.
This is a very interesting revelation.
I can explain it to you after this. Later on, I can explain to you. But it was a very simple strategy.
Okay.
I want to talk about what the Gen Z believe. As the Gen Z, we know Kenya is into two tribes. The first tribe are those who steal from us. When we deny, they lie to us. When we refuse being lied to, they kill us, just like how they are beat protesters of femicide. So those are one tribe. Now, Ruto has been there, isn't it, in that tribe. Now, they say Raila joined him. Now, Uhuru has joined him, isn't it? So anybody joining that tribe is one tribe. The second tribe is those of us wale ambao wanaoibiwa. Tunaibiwa. Adani, yuko hapa, sivyo. Everything is being stolen. Land, you talk about corruption, 7.2 trillion shillings taken with no account for it, isn't it? So sisi ambao wanaotuibia ni the second tribe. Now, the tribe of wale ambao wanaotuibia ni wachache. So they can shake hands the way they want. But for us, we are waiting for them in the ballot. That come the ballot, we shall elect one of us. And one of us, so that we reject all of them. All of them are those stealing from us. So anyone from them, whether you are Gachagua, whether you are Kalonzo, whether you are Ruto, whether you are Uhuru, whether you are Raila, we'll just be checking, are you stealing from us? Are you lying to us? Are you killing us when we refuse to be treated this way? So if you belong to that club, no matter how many handshakes you make, you are going home. And the people who are standing for the patriotism, against corruption, integrity, because let me tell you, George, the main problem is accountability, where Ruto is trying to run away from. Have you heard the narrative he has begun saying? Mnataka tuungane pamoja? No. The issue, Kenyans are not divided. Kenyans want food, isn't it? Kenyans want education. Kenyans want healthcare. Kenyans want accountability for the taxes being collected. We are not divided. And on those matters, all Kenyans are united. If you look about the Gen Z uprising, statistics shows that 85% of Kenyans were siding with the Gen Z uprising. And their work was just leadership, integrity, accountability, and government services. So long as you are not doing those things, shake hands the way you want. You will even go and shake the hands of Trump. We don't care. So long as that you are not delivering those matters, we are not with you. And we are going to elect one of us who feel what we are telling you. Because we are telling you, I'm still repeating these matters. You are not listening. If you don't follow that thing, we are not with you. And we shall elect one of us. The day you cross over from wale ambao wanaotuibia, wanaotuua, alafu wanaotudanganya, and cross over to one of us, you are not going to be elected. And that, let me tell you, 18 million voters. Where will you get 18 million votes to overturn this thing? That's the largest constituency in Kenya, and it's called Gen Z vote. And the Gen Z vote, I'm hearing people saying, oh, they are not they're registered, they didn't just vote. Now they are going to vote.
No, they're going to
and
vote.
Actually, we are going to push for the mobilization so that the register, I've told people, don't go to the street anymore now to make a lot of noise. Let us just organize, let us register to become voters, and let us go to vote without being mobilized. And if we do that, any vote cast from that 18 vote is a vote against the current establishment. And that vote is so powerful, George. So according to me, William Ruto should come and talk to Kenyans and tell them how SHA is going to work, how the CBC is working, how are kids going to go to grade 9 when there's no classroom, how are Kenyans going to hospital and get treated, and then most importantly, what are we going to do about corruption? Because this, for me, is the biggest thing.
Is the biggest thing.
Tribal mobilization of the kingpins is the politics of the past. Uhuru tried to bring Mount Kenya to Raila. It never worked. And I can tell Uhuru Kenyatta again, should you try to bring Mount Kenya? I'm not from Mount Kenya, but I have friends and relatives from Mount Kenya.
You know,
should you try to bring Mount Kenya to William Ruto, then again you'll get the big shame, because Mount Kenya forgave him for what he did previously, isn't it? This forgiveness is not eternal.
You know,
it can be withdrawn.
You know, I'm
You're
listening
to
Prof here.
Yeah.
And